I rise today to discuss this bipartisan amendment to ensure that veterans have access to every tool possible when it comes to healing from both the visible and the invisible wounds of war and service. That could be trouble sleeping, it could be physical pain, it could be some disease that you get from something you were exposed to in war, a cancer that you contract. It could be addiction, it could just be finding peace in your life. And that tool that we're specifically speaking about today is cannabis. My proposed amendment, I believe, is common sense. It allows doctors in the VA, those that deal with veterans, to give advice to their veteran patients. Now that seems simple enough, but under the status quo, VA doctors are limited in essential treatment options that they can offer to their patients, and treatments that, unfortunately, patients that are not veterans can readily assess in many states. This amendment would allow doctors to discuss cannabis as a treatment option with their patients. It would allow doctors to help those patients fill out paperwork that authorizes medical use of cannabis. It would allow those doctors to help weigh cannabis when choosing whether other medical options may be the best fit for that individual veteran. Now, when I woke up in Walter Reed Army Medical Center after being injured in Afghanistan, I was on a laundry list of medications. It was a shock to me. I was on sleep sedatives, antidepressants, anti-inflammatories, and probably half a dozen different very, very serious narcotic painkillers. And when I woke up and became aware of all of this, I quit those things cold turkey. I was lucky that I was able to do that. Most veterans that I've encountered were not able to do that, and many, unfortunately, suffered addiction there afterwards. A few years ago, I met a former member of Navy SEAL Team 6. He was in a helicopter crash that resulted in catastrophic injuries. After countless surgeries, he found himself addicted to opioids that he was prescribed for sleep and pain management. He was never given an alternative to those drugs, and ultimately, it was cannabis for him that allowed him to break free of that addiction and manage his pain without opioids. However, he's never been able to discuss cannabis with his doctor at the VA for fear of repercussions. He couldn't talk to his doctor about it. His story isn't unique. There are tens of thousands of veterans for whom cannabis may be a better alternative if they can discuss it. Now, according to the American Journal of Drug and Alcohol Abuse, a survey of 50% of veterans who use cannabis said that they used it in place of prescription medication, but they're forced to hide their use and self-medicate because VA physicians are hamstrung from discussing it as a viable option. Beyond the veteran population, the nation is turning the page on how we think about cannabis. It's become a key part of the medical system in more than 30 states. It offers law-abiding Americans a low-cost and safe option. And I would say that do not keep those who've fought for our country from accessing what's proven to be a critical tool for pain management. It is time for change. Veterans deserve to have access to every possible tool and the best medical options available and the best possible medical advice by their doctors. And in that, I reserve the balance of my time.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like and subscribe. I will be back on YouTube with more exclusive content, so stay tuned.